All right, here we go. Sport Mod Heat Races number 1 of the night. We go green.
Into turn number 1, heat race number 1 for the Sport Mods. And a little bit of contact in the back. Your early leader, the 20 machine, Lee Jensen. He's getting pressure from the 85, Joey Dominguez. Dominguez now going to have the 09 machine of Brylan Holder closing in from the 3rd spot. We have the 27 machine on track. That's the 27M of Michael Black. 68 machine, Billy Simkins, and rounding out the field, the 20 of Justin McPherson. Tommy, good racing up front.
Yeah, definitely. We're seeing a good battle here for the 2nd spot.
We'll see how many of our wall cameras survive this. We have been getting a little chancy here on Low Budget TV. I'd like to say a welcome from my standpoint here. Jeffrey Best with you, the other half of Low Budget TV. I've been doing a lot of prep on track. Can tell you there's, at least from walking on it, don't feel a lot of moisture left in it already, Tommy.
No, definitely not. They were motorcycle racing here last night. I don't know if that had anything to do with it.
And that's a professional analysis you'll get all night long from us here at Low Budget TV. Side by side for the 4th spot, Simkins on the inside of Black. As they duke it out, Simkins will take the spot. Black will spin out. There's going to be no B main events to worry about tonight, but we will pay attention to who finishes in the top 3 in each of these races. Also in the B, or I should say in the heat races, want to pay close attention to those drivers who spin out and cause a caution because, Tommy, it's one and done.
Yeah, one and done. And then you said in the, what'd you say in the main events, 2 and you're through?
2 and you're through.
Okay. Talk in your microphone. I'm going to adjust you a little bit.
Okay. How are you? Now, see.
Give me a good one.
Ladies and gentlemen.
There we go.
Did you like
that? Do it one more time.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Perfect. I just like hearing your voice.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so what we're going to do here is take this microphone cable and get it where I don't step on it, because that's where I'm hearing the static. So I think we figured out that the cable is bad.
But did you switch the cables?
Last night.
Again?
Here we go. No.
That's mean. Green flag for that 20S machine, the Dragon Slayer Lee Jensen into turn number 1.
Lee Jensen not, as far as I can tell, not doing double duty here tonight. No pro stock from what I saw, unless it's still on its way.
White flag, lap number 7 of 8. Dominguez still hanging in 2nd, Holder in 3rd. Simkins and McPherson spins it out. Tommy already has the signs of a dry slick.
Definitely does, and that's going to be fun. I like when it's a dry slick. The Dragon Slayer comes across the line. Your winner. What I like about a dry slick is the difference. Like, it's fun to see a hammer down track. It's fun to see the speed, but I like it when the drivers have to work for it in the main events.
It's going to be a wild one tonight.
I've never driven a race car in dirt, but I can imagine it's literally tippy-toe driving. Only from last night?
Well, last night I thought we switched it because this one wasn't working, and then it started working. But now this one's not working again.
And this is the cable. That's all we did.
Ladies and gentlemen, the try for bucks jackpot is over.
I want to.
All we did last night was, all we did last night was put the microphone on the cable. We just swapped microphones.
Can we go to a music store?
Right now?
I like how that's one thing we forgot to do. Not saying we had time to do it.
No, we talked about it, like, we can do it one night.
What we'll do is, should we just have the main announcer use that mic? And then the secondary will use this one?
Yeah. Well, I think the problem is when you step on it. I'll just move over.
Folks, Tommy and I like doing the tango up here. That's exactly what we're doing.
Where'd you put our earbuds there, Jeffrey? Or our headphones?
Hey, I didn't say you didn't have good questions.
All right, I'm going to actually switch with you. I realize there's no room for me over here, but there's plenty of duct tape, which is what we're known for on Low Budget TV.
That is. You should see all the duct tape we used today.
All right, here we go. Heat race number 2 for the Sport Mods. We go green.
We have a driver out of Arizona in the field in this one.
Yeah, the number 6 I of Dale Irby. Or it could be Irby. Now, they got me all mixed up because I see Irby on this sheet. Last night it was Irby. Look at this 3-wide action. Kalkanki to the inside, making his way. We followed him here.
And trouble for your leader.
Yeah, the number 48 of Dean walking up the track.
I've never seen a tighter group of 4 cars.
And Mike Dean was your leader. Look at Kanki working that inside groove and moving up to the front, but Buckeye, Arizona's Irby was leading there on lap number 2.
And we'll take over the lead here on turn number 2.
Yeah, continues the lead. Nick Spain-Howard, winner last night at Bakersfield Speedway, up into the 3rd spot. And the number 28 rounding out our field, that is piloted by Paul Harris. So battle up front. Irby from Arizona, the 33 of Kanki, still working that inside groove. Irby has momentum. Look at Kanki throw it down low. These drivers tippy-toeing around the track. Spain-Howard working that inside groove. Now 3 wide for the lead. Over in turn number 2. They're tight, but keep it off of each other.
Remember, top 3 are eligible for the redraw.
Correct.
Redraw means you could be starting on the pole even if you finish 3rd.
So, I mean,
look at this, Tommy.
this is awesome. This is what we came to see here at Santa Maria, and it's live here on Race FedEx. Thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully you're enjoying it as much as we are. Battle for the lead.
Here's the fun. All 3 of these drivers are eligible for that redraw. Advancing your position isn't going to help you in the main event at this point. All this is for the ego of the win.
It's all about a game of chance when you pick that pill. But Spain-Howard has his nose ahead. He's trying to get by Irby. Irby's going to wash up wide. The white flag flying. Spain-Howard, your leader, lap number 6.
He's driving the old bucket.
That's what he said last night. He said it's got about 200 wins.
Oh, boy.
Mike Dean trying something. He's trying to take down our camera over in turn number 1, I think. Battle for the 2nd spot will come to a completion here as Spain-Howard crosses the line. Kanki 2nd, 3rd Irby, the 28 of Harrison, the 48 of Dean rounds out your top 5. That was fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's good stuff there as we have another, I believe we have 4 heats in most divisions.
Yeah.
Try for bucks jackpot over $600. Get those tickets before the
Check 1, 2.
You sound good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And they've guessed an interval.
Well, we got more heats here. It's funny because I had the picture of everything with the schedule on my phone, but it's right now on the charger. I was like, where'd I put it?
So shout out to Terry Campion. I believe I'm saying, or Campion.
Well, now it's out there, Tommy. Now he's going to be like, how long haven't you known my last name?
Yeah, that's true. Rooting for the 11 hobby of Billy Nelson.
Fun story, I talked to Billy Nelson earlier today. I joked with him because at Watsonville, his car won the big American stock race out there, but he wasn't driving. And he's like, yeah, not only did I get credit for the win, but I got credit for banging into everybody. So he's out here. He was excited to meet us as we were excited to meet him.
That's right.
All right, 5 cars. Sport Mods Heat Race number 3 out of 4 heats for these guys. The 51 machine on the pole takes the green. Parker Manchotti.
Oh.
One of those names I'm positive that I'm screwing up. Taking the lead, though, how about Brenda Kirby jumping in front? Tommy, good heat races for her here in the last 2 days.
Yeah, Brenda Kirby, I tell you what, we've seen her win out here in Santa Maria. Or we've known that she's won out here. She's good at this track, and she is checked out over the 27 of Michael Black.
Actually, Tommy, Michael Black already spun out earlier.
That's right. 27M is Michael Black. I believe he's going to spin it out again.
That's the 27R machine of Corey McDonald.
Jeez, I'm all over the map.
You certainly are. Also in this field, the number 22, as the caution will fly. Is this the 27W? Oh, actually, benefit, Tommy. We even have these listed for us. We're good to go here tonight.
Yeah.
Well, that's Frank Nyback in the 27 machine.
Okay, in the second
who
spot.
didn't spin out.
Correct. So Frank is in the 27 and second.
And then rounding out the field, the 22M of Damian Merritt.
This or this one. Yes. 22M. There he is, Damien. What's up, Damien?
So again, it's a one and done here tonight. Spinning out, bringing out a yellow, is a certain way to not be part of the draw-redraw.
No good.
We pulled in here, Tommy, and the first car we saw in the pits was the 22 of Merritt, and I think we were excited.
Oh yeah, this car has seen a lot of racing here in the 22M. So Damien has a lot of miles on that 22, and I think he's going to add a few more tonight.
Lap 2 on the board, looking for the restart. It's Brenda Kirby, the 5K machine, our leader. Into turn number 1, 6 laps to go. You can see just how slick this track is.
Yep, the back end sliding, the front end slides as well.
Nyback drifted up. He lost a spot to that 51 machine of Machi. see? Achanti.
Bring out your Italian there.
You're about to find out how much Italian I have.
It's hard to be Italian when you're in the tri-tip neck of the woods, you know, in the barbecue town.
I hear you there. Well, Brenda Kirby, we mentioned, had a good heat race last night. I believe she won her heat race last night.
I believe so, and if she didn't, we're giving her plenty of credit for it.
Like you said, she's seen success at this track before. Seeing a good run early here tonight. That will set her up for that redraw.
I don't know, Jeffrey. It's something about this track that she just fits, or that fits to her liking. Because every time we see this 5K out here, she's smooth and fast. And she's checked out. Look at this gap. Here we go. She's out of the screen, and there's second spot. And a big gap from then on. White flag flying for Kirby.
So Kirby looking good. The 51 machine. Chanti. And the 27 to Nyback. Your top three. Merritt right now the one car out of that top three. So we will be paying close attention for a couple of the divisions here tonight for that top three. Checkered flag for Kirby. 8 laps in the books, and we have one more heat race to go for the Sport Mods. Tommy, a lot of racing tonight. Everyone that's joining us here, thank you so much for joining us here. We're Low Budget TV, happy to be bringing it to you. Really excited about what we have in store for tonight. Lots of racing to come. And Tommy, what's cool about watching this from home?
Is that
the beer is a lot cheaper.
Beer's a lot cheaper. The fridge is a lot cooler. The snacks are ready for you at all the times. And hey, you get to listen to us all night.
Oh, man.
Maybe that's a bad part.
Yeah. Now, truth be told, Tommy and I are definitely big proponents of going to the racetrack. Been doing it for years. But we thank you all for joining us here tonight. Hope you all have a good night with us.
Let me know if moving did not help. Thank you for that microphone.
I figured it tastes good. All right. Final heat race for the Sport Mods.
So the lineup will be the 3 3 CF, Chris Falkenberg. And then to his outside, the number 38T, that is Dirty Doug Thornton. The 14 of Hagio. And then we got the number 30 machine, piloted by Donnie Hampel. And Kirk Morgan rounds out the field in his number 32 machine, who is responsible for taking out, with help from Jason Nation at Bakersfield Speedway, for taking out the Turn 2 track lighting system. The safety lights, that we should call them.
Of which we had a camera on.
Yeah, we'll be showing you that footage here in a little bit. If you haven't seen it on our Facebook page, you'll see it here tonight. Plus, we're also working on showing you the swear engine rollover that nearly took out our GoPro. So we're going to have some fun with that here later.
Again, Tommy, top 3, that's where you want to be. That's where you're going to give yourself an opportunity to be in the hunt early on for the main event.
That Hago and the 14H machine leads this one on lap number 2, coming to the line for lap number 3 in this one. The number 3 CF of Falkenberg in second spot. Thornton in third. Morgan in fourth. On the outside of that redraw. So for Morgan now, he's trying to get into the top 3. Technically, where he finishes is going to be towards the back of the pack. If you finish in that top 3, like Jeffrey was saying, you have a chance. Oh, Thornton going to spin it out, take Morgan, take his side skirt off there. So Morgan moves up into third. Now he's starting to lose his A-post on the passenger side. And with it, the door is about ready to rip apart. But like Jeffrey was saying, you stay in the top 3, you have a chance of starting on the front row.
And Morgan can't give up now. He's just in that spot, but Hampel's coming.
Yeah, Hampel's trying everything he can. Work on the high side, work on the low side. As we have 2 to go for Hagel, way out in front. He's checked out. He's heading into turn number 3. Everybody else coming out of turn number 2 now. White flag waving.
I think Hagel's feeling fairly comfortable.
Yeah, I think so. Morgan and Hampel still battling out for that 3rd spot. And you can hear the 32. I'll try to take a listen next time by. You can hear the exhaust is all bent up too. As Hagel takes the checkered flag and he raises number 4. Take a listen to Kirk Morgan's 32 machine. So there's a lot of work to be done on that 32. Not only cosmetic, but now they got to find what they can do to fix up that exhaust that has been bashed in or broken in half, or who knows what it looks like now.
Well, hey, he's got half of a bunny ear.
That's true. Hobby Stock's coming up next.
So, Tommy, I got to know, what have you told them?
About what?
About us.
What are you talking about?
Like, did you warn them
About?
how low budget we are?
Oh, they already know. These viewers, they know we're low budget. But I think that's why they tuned in. I mean, I hope that's why they did.
Certainly.
Number 3, Taylor James. On the pole, number 1, Brett Osvelt. 118, Robbie Cervantes. 15F, Marcus Frazier. 9 3/4, Eddie Williams. And number 8 points leader, number 8, Tom Grimsick.
Lights are out here for the hobby stocks. As we get ready, 6 cars in this one.
Here we go. Jane's going to start on the pole.
Taylor James in the number 3 machine. The 1 machine on the outside.
That'll be Jared Plumley, I believe.
On here, I have a different driver name.
Oh, who's that?
Well, as we sort this out, I have the number 1 machine of Brent Hosfeld.
Ah.
You see Marcus Frazier in the 15F machine, moving to the 3rd, and a little bit of contact behind the pack. Caution.
Yeah, I believe we've got some debris as well over in the corner.
Is it our camera?
No.
It should be. The number 8 machine, as you may have overheard, the points leader out here, Tom Grisnick.
Yeah, Tom's always fast out here at Santa Maria.
A 118 machine of Robbie Cervantes. Always enjoy seeing his car out here. And rounding out the field, Tommy, that number 9 car.
9 3/4, get it right.
9 3/4 of Eddie
That's
Williams.
the name? Oh, okay.
On the door just says Eddie.
Take a look to see what this part was that flew off.
Might have had, it could have been maybe some debris from the modifieds.
Could be, but that thing looks pretty heavy.
Well, we did see some contact right over there. Oh, you're looking over there.
Yeah.
Wait, there was debris over there?
There's debris over there.
Oh, well, that looks like part of an exhaust, maybe.
One lap to go green when the lights go out.
There we go.
Well, we still got 6.
That still means half the field is going to get a redraw and half are not.
Yeah. So as we get ready for this restart, Taylor Janes and Brent Hosfeld. Front row, green flag is out. Tommy, you noticed that Plumley was on the door of that.
I sure did.
I took notice of that too. How about Grisnick right to the outside, going way up there to try to make something happen here. Working towards the lead, or at least the top 3. That's probably where he's most concerned about getting. But look at this move to the outside. He got the door shut.
He slammed the door on him. Taylor Janes slamming the door.
Well, he opened it back up.
Yes, he did.
And he's going to move into the second spot, Grisnick, in that 8 machine. So with this redraw situation that we have with several of these divisions, what it basically sets up, Tommy, is that a number of these drivers are going to be in a situation where you can finish in the top 3, you can win your heat race, and you can either start first or 12th.
Yes. Now Taylor Janes is going to have to fight off. She's going to have to fight off the 15F of Frazier, but we got a battle for the lead.
Yeah, Hosfeld did not have a good exit on turn number 2, and Janes nearly ripped off Frazier's front end. So a lot of fun happening on both ends of the track. Even side by side for the 5th position. Oh, and contact down the front straightaway with more contact into turn number 1.
Leaning on each other.
Cervantes and Williams. Williams is hanging in there on that outside. Man, we got 3 good battles here out of 6 cars. Cervantes is going to spin it out. Williams is going to go with him.
As soon as I
And
went over.
they're not done racing, Tommy.
No.
They're still trying to side-by-side it.
There's battles to watch up front, battles all behind. These two keep it going. There's 3 separate packs of racing.
Yeah, now Hosfeld has kept that 8 machine of Grisnick behind, but there's your transfer spot. The spot that can get you onto the pole, or at least eligible for an up-front starting spot. It's a redraw, and Frazier wants in.
Yeah, Frazier.
Oh, door-to-door for the lead. Grisnick threw it into turn number 3. Door slammed the one of Hosfeld. Hosfeld's like, I'll return this favor.
White flag.
Into turn 1 they go. Hosfeld gives room to Grisnick. Grisnick trying to get good bite off down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3 they go. Side by side out of turn number 4, and it is Hosfeld. Janes will beat Frazier back to the line. And that was a fun heat race.
What a finish on that one.
Did you hear me fall off a cliff?
No, I didn't. Did you?
Oh, yeah.
You made a great recovery then.
Yeah, no, I held on.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, man.
Good
I can't
sign.
wait. And the hobby stock's always fun out here. Hobby Stock's always a fun show, and that's going to be a battle we're going to see carrying on into the main events later on this evening.
Do you want us to tape this?
Yeah.
Because if we leave this to be our, we don't want this to have too much light. Otherwise,
I might die.
I'll fix it after the next race. Uh-oh. Tommy, you ready for more?
I am ready for more. Heat race up next. Heat race number 3 for the hobby stocks.
Second of 2, 8-lap heat races.
Or is this number 2 or 3?
This is number 2.
My bad. I got a little excited there. Heat race number 2 has a number 87 of Matt McEwen, bringing the field to the green. Two's outside the number 49, who just pulled it off the trailer when we showed up, and we were late. The 49 machine, piloted by, might not be on our sheet, so we're going to have to figure that one out. Oh, Gary Rayburn Jr. And Rayburn up the track. Going to slip back to second spot. Third, Bone Skyler and the number 4X machine. And then the number 19, that is normally driven by Fossil. I'm taking a look at their sheet. It is Pat Fossil. And rounding out the field, the number 00 of Matt Dockstader.
So each heat race for the hobby stock should have 6 cars in it. We only started with 5.
So we're missing somebody.
I can take a look. I believe I sent you the board picture, so we'll be able to decipher that at some point, who's not in this heat race. But this is the biggest division here tonight with 24 hobby stocks. I gotta say though, Tommy, after hot laps, if there's one division I saw a lot of work being done after hot laps, it was this class.
Was it?
I don't know what it was, but there were a lot of drivers who threw the hoods up. I was walking through with flyers just kind of letting everyone know about the stream tonight. And I missed several of these guys because they were so busy working on their cars.
Uh-huh. That's interesting. So maybe a rough heat race. I'm sorry, hot laps before the heat races. We got 2 battles on the track, Rayburn in the 49 and Skyler battling for second spot. They're in the top 3. That's where they want to be for that draw-redraw format. And then back here is Dockstader in the 00 on the inside of Patrick Fossil in his number 19 machine.
You know, the 4 machine of Bones saw him in the pit area. He's like, hey, you're not going to make fun of me tonight, right? And I said, well, then what do you want us to say?
Exactly. What is there to say? Matt McEwen is way out in front, lap number 6, 2 laps to go in this heat race. Matt McEwen is one of those other drivers that we've seen heat races where it's battles up front, side by side for the win, and then we've seen the heat races where the leaders just checked out. This is one of his heat races that he's checked out. Now everybody's starting to get single file, maybe starting to relax as they head into the main events. A little bit later on this evening, draw-redraw format. So the top 3 get to pick their starting position, and it's all the luck of the draw. Matt McEwen could be starting in the back as he takes the checkered flag, or he could be starting on the front row. We'll find out as the main events will happen later this evening.
Hobbies are going to be busy tonight.
Heat race number 3 of 4 now for the River Radio's hobby stocks. Once again, 8 laps. Here's your lineup. Number 11, Billy Nelson on the pole. 91, Michael Scruggs. 20X, Dave Betancourt. 64, Justin Correa. 15, Roger Noble. And number 18A, Aaron Bruce. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget.
All right, here we go. Heat race number 3 for the hobby stocks out here at Santa Maria on the Central California coast. Here off the one, we are literally off of Highway 101. Here's the highway. There it is. Everybody traveling can see us here. Hopefully they pull on in. Heat race number 3 for the Hobby Stocks. Jeffrey, take it away.
Billy Nelson, the 11 machine, sees the green flag. He takes the green flag as we go into turn number 1. To his outside, the 91 machine of Michael Scruggs, who we saw have a decent night out at Bakersfield Speedway last night.
3 wide in the back. Korea slips up the track.
And Tommy, in this one, we have that red number 20 machine. That is the 20X machine that we saw on track also at Bakersfield last night. David Betancourt.
Oh, Korea.
Oh, boy.
Gonna loop it over in the corner. I don't think we're gonna see a caution unless he doesn't get it going, but he looks to be stuck over in the corner. The battle is for 3rd, and yellow for Korea.
Well, as Tommy gave away that 64 machine over there, just in Korea. Also in this field, the 18A that you see side by side with the 15. That is the 18A machine of Aaron Bruce. And rounding out this field, the 15 of Roger Noble.
And we want to say a shout out to all of our viewers here live on Raceway X, as well as the viewers who were kind of taking a sneak peek on our free preview on Facebook.
Oh, the ones that we make jealous.
Yes.
No. How about this?
Well,
the ones that we encourage to join the party.
Exactly. But the ones I don't, well, we're here to make you jealous.
Yeah.
That was the second, I should say the 3rd Hobby Stock heat race of the night is underway. We got IMCA Modifieds getting ready. 2 heat races from now to go.
We got a lot of racing tonight.
Yeah, we do late models, sport mods, and pro stocks battling out here. Tonight we go green.
Scruggs in the 91 machine into turn number 1, followed by Nelson. Nelson is driving his car this weekend. Last time I saw this car was out at Watsonville, but they threw a fast one at me because this car won the race, but Billy Nelson wasn't the one behind the wheel. But it ended up being a really good deal for both drivers, as Nelson gave up the ride to a friend of his and car that he works on. Had issues. That driver racing for the championship took over the ride, won the race, and then bought him a couple rear tires and threw some money his way. So everybody was got the benefit.
Yeah, everybody won that deal. Speaking of
but Nelson's not going to win that one.
No.
As Betancourt just slammed into the back bumper of the 11 of Nelson.
I think Nelson's going to wait, intentionally bring out a caution here.
Be curious to see who they call as the cause here. They may deem the 11 machine could have gotten going.
Let's take a seat.
But the 20 machine definitely helped him around.
Yeah, and it's a one and done rule in the heat races.
Yes.
So who is going to get the black flag?
Whoever gets it is going to be the last driver to not make it into the redraw.
Yeah.
Now, Tommy, Roger Noble has pulled it off the track into the infield. Are we going to see Nelson? Nope. He just looked like he was in the hurry to tell somebody something.
All right, so I wonder if there's going to be a ruling.
So, Tommy, in the last race, we saw Pat Fossil. You know who I think we didn't see was the 20 machine of Travis Avila.
See some words being exchanged, or maybe a fight for the position that they need to line up in.
Well, certainly both those drivers are holding up their hands going, hey, I didn't cause the caution.
Yeah.
So who's the better storyteller at this point? I mean, we saw what sent the 11 machine around.
Oh, yeah.
There was a definite bumper contact, and it looks like Betancourt has been given the call that the infield has a nice warm parking spot for him.
There it is, the official pointing to the inside.
So he's going to park there.
And we all know what's being said. But he lifted early. We've all been there. As racers,
yeah,
we've all taken out somebody you didn't mean to. Or sometimes you take them out just because. I mean, who knows the history of these two?
No matter what, the story is usually the same.
Yeah. But maybe these two have a history. Maybe these two.
You know, I've actually found that when drivers mean to take someone out, their stories are a lot more sincere. I never would have hit him on purpose.
Yep. You know, I didn't. The steering wheel slipped out of my hands. All those good excuses that we hear from the races.
I was once told by a driver who drove straight into me,
with his foot on the gas.
With his foot on the gas, that his throttle stuck and his steering broke for like half a second.
Somehow he managed to complete the rest of the race.
Drove straight into my door.
Now,
hey, he hit me so hard that this is the kind of racing we do. He hit me so hard that his airbag went off.
Exactly. So I was just going to say, when we talk about our experiences in racing, take it with a grain of salt because we're driving junk.
Yeah, we drive junk cars and enduros and demolition derbies, trailer racing. That's our type of racing, so we'll give you our expertise throughout the night. Just wait till the late model race comes around. We got a lot to say there.
It's our racing and fast forward.
Yep, so we get ready. Green flag. These 3 cars all know they're making it to the redraw, Tommy, so at this point, it's not worth it to hurt your car. And from the logistics side, just take it easy, get to the finish. But these are race car drivers, and there's a checkered flag involved in this race.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on Nelson to give some trouble here to Scruggs.
And Jeffrey, that's what's so fun about the redraw here that's going to happen later on before the main events. For all the classes, Jeffrey, the top 3 in each heat get to pick their poison. Do they pick the front row starting spot? Or does the winner of the heat accidentally grab the wrong pill and have to start near row number 6?
It's all part of the game.
And the fun part is you see some of the fast guys, at least one fast guy is always in the back, and we get to watch him or her drive up through the field.
Aaron Bruce in the 18A machine, the 3rd car in this pack that is going to safely make it through to the redraw. This would have been a even more interesting scenario had we been talking B mains, and these drivers have. I think they're actually extending it a little bit, Tommy, because we have 24 of these cars here tonight. Typically, I think we see 22 start in A main, but I think they sometimes let the belly fill up a little bit extra in these scenarios.
Well, I think it's all a racer's agreement. Does everybody feel comfortable with 24 cars on the track? They all say yes, and they all have made their bed and they're going to sleep in it. So, folks, for those of you on our Facebook tees, we're going to be live all night here from Santa Maria.
Yeah, we got more hobby stock action getting ready to go. The final heat race for the hobby stock.
We're going to close the blinds right at the end of this coming heat race. So at the end of the hobby stock, this is the last heat race you're going to get a free preview of.
Folks, that means you're going to miss. If you're watching the Facebook freebie, that means you guys are going to miss the IMCA modifieds coming out on track. Not to mention the late models. You mentioned the pro stocks. All these classes still have heat races to go, let alone the A main events later.
And if you have good, fast, clean internet, we're also producing this show live in HD. So if you like a sparkly view of the racing.
All right,
here we go. Heat race number 4, the final heat race for the hobby stocks. The number 25 of Cody Sly brings the field to the green on the pole to his outside. The number 5, that is Rich Denman in that number 5.
We're used to seeing Sean Martin Sr., I believe, in that
Usually
car.
the Martins in the machine. The number 13 machine starting on his inside row number 2. That's a 13 of Dave Condon into the outside. The number 98. This is a car that's made a travel out here. The number 98.
Luke Dodd.
Luke Dodd, but he made such a travel, he's not even on the sheet. Nice. And rounding out the field in the last row, the 14J of Justin Dunn and the 46 of Brian Childress. 6 cars, top 3, draw, redraw. Here we go.
Dodd wasted no time to make a move on Denman, but that curtain closed. Dodd now goes to the inside. Now he's just lifting up the skirt here to get through.
3 wide up front for the lead. The dust is flying. That chalk is going all over the place. Luke Dodd working that inside line. He is fast everywhere he goes. Normally races at a Paris Auto Speedway, which we're going to be. Oh! Sly hard in the wall. Out of turn number 2. He pounds the wall. And the car just washed up the nose into the wall. We're going to need a tow truck. Clean up aisle 2.
Tommy, that 25 machine had a rough night last night, as we saw.
Well, their team did.
Yeah, good point. The whole team did. As Sly ended up actually being parked after some contact. He's climbing out of the car. may have a message to deliver. There was contact that initially sent that car straight into the wall.
Pretty hard over there.
So he's walking around. Appears to be okay. Obviously, a lot of work going to need to be put into that car. Tommy, it looks like we may have some to look at, but before we do, here's the driver. Sly is telling him he's number one.
Doesn't look like Cody Sly is very happy about the situation. May have gotten a little help getting him.
So he must be a Luke Dodd fan. He said he's number one.
Maybe. All right, Trevor, let's take a look at the replay on that one. Chalk is going all over the place. Luke Dodd working that inside line. All right, so you see them heading down into turn number 1 and 2.
Out of
Some contact, and then watch the nose, walk it up and into the wall.
Hard in the wall. Out of turn number 2. Yeah, Tommy, you see when that car, it looked like it almost shoved it out of the groove. Because the contact had happened, and then all of a sudden that car just shot straight.
Where he goes, normally races. Here we go again. I'm going to slow it down a little bit there. So Luke Dodd loses the back, or just the back end slides up into the door.
Oh, yeah, there might be some wheel contact, maybe.
Yeah, so it almost kind of looked like maybe a tie rod could have broken or something in the steering, because he was completely fine here. You can see him going the direction, and then it
right there. It looks like he gets into the cushion too.
It hooks to the right. Something happens.
Yeah, you can see those wheels are cranked. And into the wall he goes. Hard hit to the right front, Tommy. That's going to be a lot of damage to fix.
2 of their cars getting hurt within a span of 2 days.
So that's a rough finish for Sly. We'll see if they're able to fix that, as we mentioned. Sometimes, Tommy, half the determination to fix a car is to redeliver a thank you message.
You got that right.
So,
I mean, hey, he seems pretty upset about it. Maybe that's because the car is going to be done for the night. It very well could be after that impact.
That was a hard hit. Those are the kind of hits that usually it's not just the suspension that may have gotten jolted.
No, there's always a lot more that gets shoved around, and that'd be the front frame horns and the steering and who knows what else.
Well, we see the one to go getting ready to go here as the field goes by. Now, Tommy, we've seen Denman, and you know what they say about Denman.
He's a demon.
But he is not usually in this car. I'm curious if something happened to his machine.
On the restart, your lineup number 5.
Yeah, I don't know, Jeffrey. Something could be the issue with his number 4. Well, he also always had an American. I don't even think he had a hobby stock. He had an American stock that he'd race in the hobby stock class.
True. Maybe he upgraded.
Here we go. Denman, your leader. Now, the backstory why we call Denman the Demon, because out at Porterville, which is where we're going to be later on in Thanksgiving, their track wrote him down as Rich Demon. And then we found out later on that night, after he won or placed up there, that there was an N in his name. And so we kind of felt bad and just had fun with it from then on. That was years ago.
Rich Denman the Demon. Oh, boy.
So Denman is your leader, starting to check out a little bit from Luke Dodd. Condon in 3rd, Dunn in 4th, and Childress in 5th. Top 3, remember, eligible for the redraw.
And this is 3rd and 4th on your screen.
Exactly. Look at Dodd. He's putting the left sides up on the berm there.
Interesting, though, Tom. You talk about how fast Dodd is, but look at Denman. Completely just opening up for the rest of the field.
Justin Dunn, we saw him racing. I think you saw him racing here at Santa Maria last time you were out here.
It wasn't in one of these, though.
July 30th, I believe. Yeah, it was in a modified. I believe he raced last night in the modifieds at Ventura, and I guess made the switcheroo at some point to come up here in the hobby stock, the 14J.
Got to talk to the Dunn family a little bit earlier in the pits. They're excited to go. Excited to see us. So.
And then next Friday and Saturday we'll be at Kern County Raceway for a big money modified event, and then at Paris on Saturday for another big money modified event. So we're gonna break in a new track here in Race FeedX and Low Budget TV. Paris Auto Speedway next Saturday night. The 5 of Denman brings home the checkered flag in the final heat for the hobby stocks. Second spot will be the 98 of Luke Dodd. Third
and Tommy
will be Condon.
So for those watching the freebie live here, I just want to give them one last little taste here.
Oh, you're not just now you're just torturing them.
I'm being mean. We got cars and dogs in the pit area. A ton of race cars ready to go here tonight. Multiple divisions that are going to be going all out.
24 IMCA modifieds in a battle in the heat races, and then hopefully make it into the main events. No B main. The track says let's run them all. So with that, they're rolling on the track. The free preview will come to an end, and we will continue on with the heat race for the modifieds. Almost spun you out.
You tried. Tommy.
Yes.
Can you push down on both those? Just make sure they're nice and tight. Thank you.
On the first, here's your lineup. 25, Austin Burke on the pole, followed by points leader 25B, Josh Vogt. 2T, Paul Taronis. 05, 0.
All right, you ready to get to some modified heat racing, Jeffrey?
I'm ready.
So for those of you that are our viewers here, for the rest of the night on Race FeedX, we will continue on with the fun as we got modifieds on the racetrack. These are the ones that haven't made it to Boone yet, or probably won't be this year.
Yeah, good point.
Since they'll be racing on Monday.
Getting ready for it, folks. Here we go. The first IMCA modified heat race of the night. Green flag is in the air for the 25 machine.
225 starting on the front row.
You got me. I was going to see if anyone was going to notice. That's
Cody Burke in the number 25 on the inside. Josh Vogt on the outside.
That's Austin Burke.
Austin Burke, my bad. Cody's in the 20.
He sure is. It threw me out because there's a 21 car that's in the field that we'll talk about later. That I saw the name Austin, and I thought it was him too, and I'm like, wait, they got him down for a lot of cars. So Burke there in the second spot. Vogt, the points leader out here, is taking the lead. How about the 04 machine, Joseph Altig?
I don't think we've seen Joseph since Kern.
It's been a while.
Months ago, yeah.
2T machine, Paul Taronis, the 28P of John Piker, and rounding out the field
is the number 40.
Oh, the 40 of Kevin Altig.
Okay.
Father and son racing.
Awesome. Now,
I love his fire suit.
Oh, yeah?
He looks like a human cannonball. No, I mean that with all the heart and love of it. Like, he's got the whole, I mean, if you couldn't tell, the patriotic scheme going for these cars.
He's kind of like one of those cannonball jumpers that shoot themselves out of the cannon.
He's Mr. America.
Awesome. Battle here for fourth. We got Piker to the outside of Taronis. Piker with that run on the outside might have the spot as they exit turn number 4, but Taronis with a fight down low.
Now, Tommy mentioned this division has 24 cars. I said earlier that the hobby stocks have the biggest division, but this division side with them.
Tied with it. Two tied at 24 for the divisions here tonight. You said that the 25V of Josh Vogt is your points leader out here at Santa Maria.
That's what I heard.
Okay.
Word on the street.
Last time I was out here at the Nationals, Josh Vogt helped fix that pit gate after a hobby stock had slammed into it, or an American stock, that should say. So not only is he the points leader, but he's the general welder out here.
Well, the white flag's out for him. Top 3 looking good. Just need to finish off this heat race. Checkered flag flies for Josh Vogt in the 25B. Then you got Austin Burke and Altig rounding out your top 3. So Piker, Taronas, and Kevin Altig round out the field.
A good first 8-lapper. I see some racers getting some food. I would show you, except for there's this, see that there? There's a board and a banner in the way.
Man.
Sorry about that.
Driving me crazy.
Crazy.
We heard that song on the way here.
Crazy for IMCA Modified.
Crazy.
They call me Patsy.
Well, they call me General So. Or Shao. Ciao.
All right, so heat race number 2 about ready to get underway. I'm ready when you are. And
I'm ready.
Looks like you're ready. So heat race number 2 has the 83 starting on the inside. That is driver Harley Turner. Into his outside, the number 32 of DJ Shannon. Here's Cody Burke. You know how I know Cody versus Austin Burke?
How?
Or
now I want to know.
I'm looking. But anyways, what I was going to say is Cody has an O in his name, and he has a 0 in his number. On the outside, the 111 of Logan Drake as we go green. The 24, the West Coast Wildman, Roger Holder. And rounding out the field, it is the number 1 of Steve Streeter.
Yeah, we haven't seen Streeter in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
You know, I talked to him, and he said work has just been busy. You know what he does for work?
What does he work for?
He's a crop duster.
I'm a professional at that. Take me to Walmart and, you mean he's an actual airplane?
No, he flies a plane.
Wow, that's pretty.
Different type of crop duster.
Yeah, absolutely. Battle up here for the lead, DJ Shannon and the number 32 on the outside, Logan Drake on the inside. Logan working that inside groove. Logan a regular out here.
What's fun though with Streeter, just going back to his story, he's as we have this battle for the top 3 spot, but Streeter here that we see, Tommy, he was saying that what's perfect about their season with work being so busy is that this is the part of the season for work where things, slow down so he can get back to the racetrack. Well, what happens during this time of the season?
All the big events happen.
All the big events. So he gets to have fun at all the nationals.
Hey, and he gets to fly a plane when it's hot, so not bad there. Here we go. Again, battle up front for the lead. Logan Drake on the inside, still fighting with the 32 of DJ Shannon. Halfway through this heat race, lap number 5 as they cross the stripe of 8. Now Logan's going to work on that outside through turns number 1 and 2. Can't get the job done. Shannon with the lead out of turn number 2.
Good battle up front between these top 2. Holder holds the last of the top 3 spots.
And a battle back here. Turner and Burke duking it out. Still a battle up front as Drake and Shannon. Drake with a run though on the outside. But here comes Shannon back to the inside. Great 2-car battle up front. The white flag flies and the Streeter pulls it off into the infield.
That car wouldn't turn as he went through turn number 4. Almost looked like a tire was down, but they all looked to be up. And Drake has the lead. Drake got the lead at the right time. He's through turns number 3 and 4, and it is Logan Drake, heat race number 2, winner here tonight. In a battle out of turn number 4 has Burke getting by the 83 of Turner. And even though those drivers weren't racing for a spot in the top 3, Tommy, their finishing order is even more important than, say, the battle between first and second, because that finishing order determines where you're going to start in that main event. That actually does matter. Yes. All things matter. Yeah. Here. So 3rd to 4th is the most important one, but like 1st and 2nd, 2nd and 3rd, It's fun because what I like we've been saying all night, the draw-redraw format, it's almost a gimmicky heat race if you're in the top 3, because that may or may not be where you're going to be starting. It's all part of this type of racing. Racing. See some
returning faces already lined up for the next heat race, but in this one, I see some familiar faces.
Oh, yeah. Heat race number 3, getting ready to go for the IMCA funds. Starting on the pole, and this one, the 55 machine of Dalen Coffey. On the outside, Tommy, that 2 machine we've seen from time to time.
Yeah, that'd be Lauer, Danny Lauer in the number 2. The high side rider here at Santa Maria.
And Tommy, that 5 machine you see out on track, who would you know that to be?
Brett Bennett.
Well, what if I told you? I don't think that's Brett Bennett.
Really?
I think that's Kyle Heckman.
Kyle Heckman in the number 5 here tonight. The Hitman.
At 77, Kenny Kirkpatrick got into the back of the 5 machine of Heckman. Saw Heckman walking around, but I didn't realize that he was in that car until now.
Well, there's our news.
Here's the news.
Day.
Also in this heat race, the 21J machine, Justin Crockett, and rounding out the field is the 78 of John Walton. So here's that most important battle we talked about, the one between 3rd and 4th. I was trying to, when I saw Heckman was on the driver's seat, I was trying to look in and see if I recognized that driver suit. Oh yeah, that orange driver suit that he always wears. Crockett right now, though, looking to take over this transfer spot. Coffey needs to make sure he doesn't lose any more spots because he's at risk of falling out of the redraw position. Lap number 4, we're halfway through this heat race. Look at the move by Heckman to the inside.
For the record, you can see Heckman's orange fire suit as we're battling here for the top or 3rd spot.
Crockett takes over the 2nd position. Now Coffey on the bubble to fall out. Coffey gets right on the rear bumper of the 21J of Crockett. Lap number 6 on the board. As these drivers battle it out.
Lauer's getting no TV time right now because he is checked out way over here.
Lauer came out to the Mike Mosher Classic last week, had a great run. Almost came home with the victory. Just 1 spot short.
It was 2 number 2s duking it out up front.
But he will take the win in this heat race, setting him up for a good night tonight. For Lauer. Crockett and Coffey take those last 2 redraw spots. Everyone else has to prepare for a long night.
What time, our first coverage question of the night should be, what time do you think we're going to be done racing by? But we'll save that. For you and I, our first question for each other, what time do you think we'll be out of here and done racing by tonight?
Oh, man. I can tell you what time I'm hoping that racing ends. And there's a reason for this.
Okay.
I'm hoping by 11.
All right.
Because if not, we're going to have to start juggling with these wall cameras.
Very true. Or just letting them fall away as they go.
All right. 1 to go for the final IMCA modified heat race.
And it looks like we got late models coming up after. Heat race number 4. It is the number 91T of Tony Toast, who's outside. That is the number 7. We've seen him win out here before. Chris Cromp. Inside row 2, Bill Eagleston on the 15E. The number 5, Larry Wise, the 21. That is driver Austin Rodarty. And the 71 of Billy Wilker. So we have one half of the Rodarties here.
I think Wilker may have caught the wall out of turn number 4.
Hopefully our GoPro is still intact. Wilker, if he did, he just scraped it because
it didn't look like a hard pancake, but it was definitely, he found where it was.
Battle here out of turn number 2. It is the 5W of Larry Wise and 7 of Cromp. make contact. Everybody doing a great job of avoiding. That is the battle for third.
That was for the transfer spot, Tommy. I want to point out, I believe that 7 machine last time I recall, I believe that 7 car may have ended up in victory lane out here.
Yeah, it's been maybe
I at least remember him having a good run. I don't remember
Yeah.
if it was a main event or a heat race.
No, we've seen Chris win a big event out here, and I want to say it was last year's Simkins Memorial. So Crump having to go from, if the race ended now, he's gonna have to work his way from the back of the pack.
So another fun story from how crowded the pit area is.
Yeah,
We have the 15 machine of Eagleston. He's doing double duty tonight.
with the late model and this modified.
Yep, and the way they have to park, they're right in the corner. And they have another driver who's on the other side, and they had to park his modified out so he could pull it out right after jumping out of his late model. But they did it in a way that when the other late model guy showed up, he's like, how am I supposed to get to my trailer?
Oh man,
There was a blockade.
a little bit of a roadblock in the pits. Tony Toast is clear and doing fantastic up front. This is the best group to watch because they're the closest group out of the field.
And arguably the most important when it comes to the heat races with Wise in the 5 machine, that red car up front, holding on to the last of the 3 redraw positions.
So if Austin Rodardi can close up on Wise, that would make it a tight battle for the redraw transfer battle as the white flag waves for Tony Toast heading down into turn number 3. He's led this one from the start and gets the checkered flag when he crosses the stripe for the final IMC modified heat race. Eagleston in second. Rodardi will be, Wise will be third. Rodardi fourth. They have very similar looking race cars. Crump and Wilker.
Now this is just going off judgment, but I have a feeling that that's going to happen.
Oh yeah.
Just a feeling that a message was going to get delivered.
And another interesting thing going on in the infield, Eagleston should have pulled off the track,
Maybe he thought he was going to get interviewed for second.
but he literally pulled up to, no, I don't know what happened. He's pulling up to the tow truck. Oh, because he's doing a driver swap.
I'm telling you, they're having all sorts of fun with
Oh,
this double
man.
duty tonight. Tommy, we've done plenty. We've done
Oh.
quintuplet duty.
I think we've done more than that.
5 events in a night.
Cinco, yeah.
Cinco.
De Raso. Cinco de Raso.
Cinco de Raso. Oh, welcome to Spanish class.
Now these are the pro stocks. So Eagleston, he just showed up way too early. Hopefully everybody's having fun here with us. Low Budget TV bringing you the action here on Race Feed X. Look for more of this action to come next Friday and Saturday.
Time now for races for the Western Coast Club. 15 laps to be through. We're lining up on the first. On the pole, 21 JT Justin Crockett. 54 Brady Bell. 13
Pro stocks getting ready to go.
13 Aaron Cervantes.
Friday night we'll be live from Kern County Raceway.
And
3rd mile dirt track action
Randolph.
Hey, Tommy,
for a $1,500 twin modified feature.
did I ever show you the really fun part about this area?
The rat?
Have you seen
Yeah.
that?
Mm-hmm. Jerry's talking about rats. Now he's staring at one.
What, do you want to know who starts on the pole or something?
I would love to. I think our viewers would know. I kind of know, but maybe the ones who are just tuning in would like to know.
All right. Well, Tommy, pro stocks, huh?
Yeah, let's do it. Gonna be Crockett on point with Brady Bell to his outside.
And green. As Tommy mentioned, the 21J machine, Justin Crockett, doing double duty here tonight. Just got done racing his modified. Now here in his pro stock, being chased down by the 54 machine of Brady Bell. In the third spot is the 13 machine of Matt Mayo. Then we have the 718 machine of Aaron Cervantes, the 20T of Toby Randolph, and rounding out the field is
5N
of Frank Nyback.
Yes, sir. Frank's hanging that 5N out of turn number 4. Crockett, your leader, lap number 2, make it 3 when he crosses the stripe. Jeffrey, you mentioned that we've done a lot of racing ourselves, jumping from car to car, but Crockett and Eagleston and whoever many else are doing double duty here tonight. We have the luxury of just opening the door or climbing through the window and then strapping on the seatbelt.
Yeah.
That's it. These drivers have to change the Hans device out, the seatbelts have to be adjusted every time. A lot more safety involvement.
Yeah, but we have to move one transponder from one car to another.
That's right.
With duct tape, okay? So, interesting note for Frank Nyback. Mentioned him earlier. He's also doing double duty tonight, racing sport mods.
Oh, good for him.
So staying busy. But Crockett right now.
Everybody's separated by probably a few car lanes in between.
Yeah,
each
man.
position. But Crockett has the biggest lead right now over the second spot. One of Devin Crockett.
White flag going to come out for Crockett. Bell in second. The 13 machine of Mayo in third. Cervantes, Randolph, and Nyback. Your running order. Crockett will be taking the checkered flag in this first heat race for the Pro Stocks.
So everybody looks like getting a feel for it in this heat race. Not a lot of racing going on. But don't be surprised when it comes main event time, these drivers will be getting it on. We've seen these Pro Stocks, Jeffrey, put on a hell of a show just with 6 of them.
Yeah, we got a few more than 6 here tonight.
They've got a car that's parked in the handicap section. Now somebody can't join us. That's what the announcer's saying right now. So if any of you viewers have a black Infiniti parked in the handicap spot at home, please move it. That's illegal.
Illegal? Eagleston?
Yes. Heat race number 2 for the Pro Stocks. Getting ready to roll onto the track. Slowly. But sure.
I'm gonna do a
let's scan and see where all of our cameras are, if they're still on. Or still where they should be.
I think I found one.
Is it where it should be or no?
Well, I found it.
Okay.
I don't know if we'd find that one. We've had a GoPro literally
get demolished. It vaporized. It vaporized on us somewhere.
And that was at this track in turn 2.
Jeffrey, I saw you in the grandstands getting interviewed, it looked like, with a cell phone.
I was by a certain group of people.
Okay.
With the last name Spiller.
Ah.
Gary Spiller in the house. He
good
does
for
a
them.
lot. He's a crew chief for his wife.
Car owner. I wonder if the wife owns the car, though. And?
He's also an official out of Bakersfield Speedway.
And a car builder right now as he's getting an American stock ready. Here we go. Heat number 2 for the Pro Stocks. Simkins started on the pole, but it's the 38 of Thornton who took the lead from him going into turn number 1. The 11 machine, as the caution comes out. 11M of Clay Daly was in third. The 04 that is driven by Tim Randolph, and the 33 rounds out the field of Bob Gilbertson.
Now everyone knows you're looking at paper.
Rob Gilbertson. Here's my cheat sheet. And this is copies from the announcers too. So
we didn't even put the effort into writing that down. Wow.
No.
Wow.
Just copies. Pro Stocks $50 is what it says.
Is that it?
Pro Stocks.
Is that
$50.
the winnings?
I have no idea what it is. $50 to win this memorial race. Back to green. No, I don't know what that $50 means, but it don't matter. I think it's just scrap paper. So Thornton, your leader, battling with Simkins up front. Daly in third, battling with Randolph in the 04 machine.
I'm getting that feeling of the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
Right
I mean,
now.
you're seeing a good battle here for the third spot. Daly and Randolph have been racing up for the last couple laps now. But the 38T of Thornton is your leader. Through turns number 3 and 4. Simkins in the second spot. Third spot battle again, heating up. Down in turn number 1, you'll see them enter the screen. With Gilbertson now in the mix. He's closing up on this battle. Daly down low on the 11M. Pulling double duty here tonight as well. He'll be racing in the late models in the number 32B machine.
It's the X11. I know, there's an M.
I know.
There's a X11M. There's a lot of letters on that
Well,
car.
maybe. This could be Kenny Knotts in the 11X machine, but this is X11. And there's 11M. I don't know. So we'll have to figure that out. If there's an 11M that comes onto the track next heat race, then we'll know.
So this could be who?
Kenny Knotts.
Keeping you on your toes.
Yes, you are, sir. 2 to go in this heat race. Thornton out front. Simkins in second. Nothing changed from the top spot.
Thornton also doing double duty.
Yeah, Thornton gonna be racing it out here, and the main event's coming up. We'll be racing a sport mod. I looked at Jeffrey to verify, and he gave me the nod, like, I think you're right. As we see the checkered flag flying at the start-finish line, Thornton across the line with the heat race win. Simpkins second, third goes to Randolph. Gilbertson's gonna try to get by Knott. Couldn't do it. All right, so the final heat race for the Pro Stocks on the racetrack. And I believe there's an 11M in this field.
Dang it. Dang it. Last heat race for these drivers in the Pro Stocks. You ready to go?
I am ready. Are you ready?
Oh, you got me. Starting on the pole, and this one is the 11M machine of Clay Daly. So we determined that Kenny Knotts was in the last race.
Yes,
That
sir.
11X. They were a little bit mean, though, because I saw an M on that other car, too, Tommy. I'll back you up.
Thank you. Did you really? Because I saw the X11.
No, I saw the X, but the M is still there. The 50 machine on the outside of the front row, Chris Smith. Row number 2 to the inside is the 22 machine of Paul Miller. And on the outside is the 29, driven by Tina Bell. Rounding out the field, the 66 car is Chad Schaefer. As we get ready for the final green flag and heat races for the Pro Stocks. Green.
We're green flag racing.
Side by side for the lead. Daly on the inside, Smith on the outside. As Tina Bell clears to the 3rd position. And contact in the back between Miller and Schaefer. And now Schaefer's going to go into the infield. Save it, though. Back up front, Daly's going to take over the lead here over Smith, but Smith tries a crossover move, looking to the inside line. Daly leading lap number 2.
Good racing here up front, Jeffrey. Clay Daly and Smith battling it out up front. Hollywood Tina Bell in the 3rd spot. She's looking to get a handle on this 29 machine.
Yeah, a bit of a transition between front-wheel drive mini stocks to these.
Very much so.
Definitely on the right learning path here with these cars. I'm sure Brady Bell had a couple of pointers for her.
Yeah, I think so. Chris Smith did not get any forward bite out of turn number 2 there.
We're halfway through this heat race, lap number 4 on the board of 8. And Daly now starting to open up a gap over Smith. Bell in 3rd, Miller and Schaefer the field of 5 cars in this Pro Stock heat race, number 3. Be a nice, healthy 16-car field with these drivers, so like Tommy had mentioned, we've seen a race with 6 of these things, and it was a fantastic race. So 16 of these guys, it's going to get busy out there. Do you know who I miss in this division, though?
Who do you miss?
Hot Rod Blackford.
You'll be seeing him next.
What?
He'll be in a late model.
You knew I was going to say that, didn't you?
Did you? Here we go. Through turns number 3 and 4, Jeffrey.
Checkered flag for Clay Daly and the 11M. He'll win the last of the Pro Stocks.
22 Paul Miller, 5th. Number 66.
He does have a late model. Very exciting. As we get ready for the last set of heat races here tonight, then we're going to have an intermission, and then we're going to jump into main events and take you through to the end here.
Correct.
Late models, 2 8-lap heat races. Here's your lineup on the first. 11X Steve Drake on the pole. 91 Tony Toast. 10N Rob Sanders. 21 Devin Crockett. 57 Royce Mull. 15 Bill Eggleston.
All right, here we go for the late models here at Santa Maria Raceway.
Steve Drake is going to go take the field to the green. The 91T, Tony Toast to the outside. The number 10 in, Rob Sanders in third.
Oh boy!
And around up high, the 57 keeps it off the wall.
And an impressive little 360.
Battle for the lead, battle for third. As we have the 21 of Crockett pulling up into the third spot. Devin Crockett. 15E. Bill Eagleston, the 21 machine, who's a regular competitor in the limited late models. That is Mike Riccardi. And the 57 who spun it out. That is driven by Royce Mull, who looped it over in turn number 2.
So here's Drake and Toast. You see the gap between the two drivers. Trouble for the 21 machine to the infield. See right here as the camera pans by. Lap traffic for Drake. And that 11 machine. Taking the white flag. Lap number 7 of the first heat race for these late models. And he's going to see the checkered flag fly. Lap number 8. Drake takes the victory in the heat race. Toast in second. Devin Crockett, Sanders, and Eagleston. The car's finishing on the lead lap. Heat race number 2 ready to go with the late models. 32B machine Clay Daly, talked about him in the Pro Stocks. He's going to be starting on the pole. And this one, number 7 machine of Mike Kirby. Saw a lot of work on the suspension end, it looks like, earlier today. They've been switching over the setup from Bakersfield last night. In the second row, we have the 27 machine of Nick Bartels, and is outside the 4 of Christian Copley. And then this is where Blackford, Hot Rod Blackford, comes in. And the number 6, and Lightning Larry Childress in the 17 is your field for this heat race. Watching for the green. Green flag flies. Bit of an exciting start there, and Hot Rod Blackford almost loops it. Gets that going. Mike Kirby to the lead. Daily challenging in the 32B yellow machine. You see the little light on top. That light was installed by the car owner, so he can always see that car no matter how dusty any racetrack they go to gets. We always joke that it's the taxi cab car. But Daly has the lead. Looking good here on lap number 3. So your top 3 as they run: Daly, Kirby, Bartels. Then it's Copley, Childress, and Blackford.
So Clay Daly, literally, like he mentioned, Jeffrey, hopping out of the pro stock and into the late model. Kirby, we saw him battling it up front last night in the late model class. It was Steve Drake who took the win. Clay Daly, who seemed to have some issues last night, looking pretty strong here in the heat races tonight.
Second and third on screen. White flag flies for Daly.
Nick Bartels in the 27 in the third spot. Redraw format for the late models as well. So these top 3 going to be picking blindly of where they're going to be starting. All others, maybe a redraw. Checkered flag. Clay Daly in the 32B takes the win here in the late model heat race. 8 laps. Gotta appreciate how fast these late models can be. And I think that's it for heat races. I think we're done.
Yeah, so we got some work to do.
That's it. We are done right at 8 o'clock. Heat racing is done and over.